Hello, Joel. In this first video, I'll tell you about assembling your bicycle, uh, and this is my outline. Uh, so, when you get the bike, these things will be off the bike. The seat post will be off, and you'll have to install it. The handlebar will be off and attached sideways, and you'll have to turn it the right way and install it. You'll have to install the wheels, they'll be removed, and you'll have to install the pedals, they'll be removed. Okay, so, pardon the mess down here. You just saw a litter box. I'm sorry about that. It's pretty messy down here. And back up. Here is your bike. My light's not great down here, but I think it will be adequate for this. The bike is completely assembled here and on a work stand. It helps to have, if you don't have a work stand, you can hang a bike up on your bike rack on your car, or you can suspend it from a ceiling with a piece of rope, or there are probably other good ways. The first thing to do will be to install the seat post. The seat post will be attached to the saddle. Now, the seat post here is covered by my clamp and cushioning, but the seat post you'll need to loosen. If you see under here this bolt, that's the seat post clamp bolt, and you'll need to loosen it. I'll have it a little bit tightened to stay on the frame when I ship it. You'll need to loosen it and then just slide the seat post in there. I will have a piece of tape on the seat post where I think about your fit will be, although I'm sure it won't be perfect and you'll need to adjust it. But I'm just going to put it a ½ inch higher than it would be for me. So after you slide the seat post in, then you'll tighten that bolt, but be very careful not to over tighten that bolt. It's intuitive to think that you should, trying to show the bolt again, there it is. It'll be intuitive to think you need to crank down on it because you'll be afraid the seat post will slide. Don't crank down on it, make it snug and then quit. And then check it a few times over the course of a few days to make sure it's not loosening. And then once in a while to make sure it doesn't vibrate loose. But if you clamp down on it, you can break that collar or the bolt. They're aluminum. Okay, so when you install the seat post also, I will have the bottom part of it enclosed in a plastic bag with some assembly compound on it. The seat post is carbon fiber and the frame is aluminum, and when you join those two, it's best to use an assembly compound, not grease. And the assembly compound both prevents slipping and prevents bonding. So it's both a lube and an anti-lube. Anyway, if I don't feel like I can keep enough, if I feel like too much is going to come off in the bag, then I will give you some of the assembly compound in a little package or something like that. It comes in a tube like this. That's a tube of it. All right. So once you have the seat post on, the next thing to do will be to install the handlebar. It's installed now. It will be uninstalled, but the stem, this piece, will still be installed. And the handlebar will be turned sideways somehow without stretching the cables. I'll have to figure that out and attach to the bike. You'll need to unattach it and unpack all the packing materials. And I will, after I remove the handlebar, I will reattach the stem faceplate, this piece here, which has 4 bolts. And so you'll need to unattach that and then install the bar and reattach it. And what you'll go for at first, you may want to change this for an adjustment, is the way I have it here, centered and with this logo in the center vertically. So centered horizontally and vertically for this logo that you see here. And so and then tighten the bolts. Again, don't over tighten them, and tighten them like you would lug nuts, maybe here, then here, then here, then here, and gradually so that it's all even and snug, but not over tightened. Okay, so then now you'll have the bar installed. Be careful, by the way, when you unpack the bar and put it into position that you don't stress or stretch any of these cables too much. They'll take a little bit, but don't yank on them or twist them too much. Okay. So now the next thing you'll want to install are the wheels. And if you don't have a stand or someplace like that to put the bike, you don't need one at this point. You can turn the bike upside down to install the wheels. The wheels are attached with quick release skewers. And let me explain one thing. This is the drive side of the bike. People will talk, when you see videos or read anything, they'll say this is the drive side. That's because this is the side that has the gears and the chain ring and the chain on it. The other side is the non-drive side that doesn't have those things. And the skewer, the quick release levers, this is a quick release lever here. The quick release levers should go on the non-drive side, in front and back. That'll be obvious in the back because the bike won't even work if you try to put it the wrong way. But they should be on the non-drive side, in front and back. And before you install or remove a wheel, you're going to want to first release the brake. This is, I can't get a very good focus or look, I don't have very good light on this. But I think you can see it. This is a caliper brake. That's the kind of brake that's most common on road bikes, and it's a very powerful kind of brake. And you'll see here where my finger is, this lever. And to release the brakes, you just pull it up all the way. And what that does is it lets go of the brakes so that the wheel can slide down through them. Otherwise, the tire will catch and you won't be able to get the tire on or off. So you need to do that before removing or installing a wheel. And then, after you've done that, and you need to remember, by the way, to put it back down after you've reinstalled the wheel, otherwise you won't have brakes. And that's the same on the front and back. And once you've done that, once you've released this, then to release the wheel, you first just pull the quick release lever out. But see, the wheel won't come out. It's not coming out. That's because you'll then have to hold this. I don't have a helper, so I can't do it for you here. It requires two hands, but you'll have to hold this side and turn the nut on this side until it's loose enough that it will slide down out of the dropouts. The dropouts are the part of the fork and frame where the wheels slide up into and then get attached. When you receive the bike, this quick release skewer will be removed and you'll have to install it. And I will show you that in the next short video. So I'm going to move on now and I'll show you about the skewer after that. So the last thing you'll need to install, hopefully, and I'll get to why I say hopefully, are the pedals. Now these are, I'll talk more about pedals. I'm not entirely happy with these, but these are clip pedals, strapless clip pedals. And